Hello, my name's Sue. I work at Wisbeach Library. Today I'm going to show you how to make a pot stand with leftover ceramic tiles from your DIY projects and using decoupage as the technique. It could be a pot stand or it could be a coaster, whatever size tiles you happen to have. Right, so what we're going to need, we're going to need a ceramic tile of some sort. The ones that I've got are quite large, but they do make quite a good pot stand size. The smaller square ones make good coasters. So whatever you've got to hand or whatever you need, that's the white ceramic tiles do work really well, but any tile that's fairly plain, that hasn't got a pattern, will work well. So that's the tile. Then you'll need some papers. Now you can buy special Decoupage papers in craft shops, online. There's a huge selection. You can see that I've got quite a few here, different ones, and they're designed for this purpose, so they're nice and thin, and they build up to make some lovely patterns. You can do it all in the same, or you can have different colours together just to make it a little bit different. So once you've chosen your papers, the other thing you can use, of course, are napkins. They work really well. I've got a nice pebbly one here, and then you just peel off the back of the napkin so that you have this flimsy piece left, and that works really well too. And they come in beautiful designs and colours, so that's a good one to use. So once you've chosen the papers you're going to use, then you need to tear them into some small pieces to start your project. So just tear them in, doesn't matter what size they are, just tear them into different pieces, big, small. You can always go back and fill in any gaps at the end. So you just lay them all out so that you've got them all to hand, like that. And then you're ready to start. So you need PVA glue, a brush for the glue, just there. And at the end, you'll need some varnish of some sort. Any varnish will do, but again, you can buy craft varnish and a brush for that. And that's really all you need. So I started a tile here to show you. When you start to apply the glue, just put it on. So if I do this corner here, just put your glue on, and make sure you do the edges, because you want to tuck your paper around to make it look nice and neat. So you just pop your glue on like that. Then you find a piece of paper that's going to fit that corner. You just pop it on like that, and then you can tuck it under as you're doing it. Smooth it all down like that, and tuck it round the corner, and then you start to get a nice edge like this. You can see that there, like that. And you smooth it out as much as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect, perfectly smooth, like that. And then you put on your next piece. Where should we go? Let's try one here, like this. And we'll pick up another piece of paper, pop that on like that. Just overlap it slightly. Once it's stuck down, just go over the top with the glue. The glue also gives it a good hard finish. gives it a varnish as well, like that. And just keep going and going until you've filled up your tile, and then you end up with the finished article like this. And you can see how the edges look nice because they've all been tucked in around the edge, like making a bed, like that. And then the last thing you need to do is to stick a piece of felt, or you could use a little rubber spots that you can buy to put underneath things if you want to raise your tile up a little bit. I've used felt on this, and it stops it from scratching the surface, because the back of the tiles are quite rough and they could scratch. So a piece of felt on the back, or you could put a piece of cork, whatever you've got really, and then that makes your pot stand, and they look rather nice when if you're setting up a table, and you're going to be bringing hot pots to the table, or you could have them in the kitchen on the side to save your surfaces getting damaged. So that's that. And as I say, the smaller ones make lovely coasters. I've got a couple of ideas here. I used the napkin that I showed you earlier. I used that in one piece because it's a smaller area. You could do it in one piece. You just have to be careful to smooth it out as much as you can. But again, it doesn't have to be completely smooth. And then this one I did with a different paper here. And then again, you can put a piece of felt on the back. And they make lovely coasters. Lovely for a gift if you've got some odd tiles left over from DIYing. You can make a set of 4 coasters for people for Christmas or birthdays. Put 4 together or 6 together, a nice piece of ribbon round. It makes a nice homemade gift, I think. Other things that you can do, I go to craft shops and have a good look round. You can find all sorts of wooden bits, glass bits that lend themselves well to this technique. Bits of furniture. I have actually done chairs with it, not the whole chair, but certain little parts of the chair. Tabletops, coffee tables. There's so many things you can do. I picked up quite a few wooden hearts at a charity shop, and I've given them for gifts for people. So that's one. The other thing I found was a wooden elephant, and I gave him the treatment, and I think he's come out rather well here. And you do see a lot of these things in the charity shops. The hearts that I find have usually got words on them like this, and you can pick them up for 50p, a pound, and I just paint over the words, and then Decoupage over the top, and they do make a nice gift. And the last thing I've done is when you go to craft shops, you find a lot of ready-made things to decorate in all sorts of different ways. I picked this one up. I'm making a box or something, and I'm going to paint the inside or line the inside as well. I haven't quite finished it, but that makes, that's come up quite well. So I'd say the last thing with the tile, when you come to the end, the glue does give it a good hard finish, but just to be on the safe side, you can give it a couple of coats of varnish. I've got some of these that I made several years ago, and they're still going strong. Haven't chipped, haven't marked or anything. So yes, the varnish just helps to keep them going that bit longer. So that's it. That's the pot stand or the coaster, whatever you decide to do. Have a go and see how it all turns out. Okay, bye-bye.